Okay, so we had a party, but it's over.
Honey, you have parties every Friday night with outside speakers.
Dawn finds an ally. Julie lives right next door to Margie and the boys.
Well, our stereo's been broken and it goes...
As for me, I was at the hospital all morning and they're telling me I'm under stress. Not surprising. You've got a tree house there, which is an abomination against mankind.
Well, why haven't you had...
abomination against the trees.
And
don't talk back to me.
Excuse me.
Oh, no,
I will.
I have had it with you lot.
Since we've been here, 3 major organized bashes, you know, with, I'd say, about 100 people each time. But they have smaller ones every, I'd say, maybe sometimes 2 weekends a month, with tons of teenagers, and they're all outside.
Last night, the trouble in Babbage Road flared yet again.
My mother ran outside, was hit in the leg, and is bleeding from that with a bottle. And all of a sudden, it was a hailstorm on top of her house with bricks and rocks and tiles and God knows what else. They arrested 3 people. One of them belonged next door, Jay Coward.
I was not here that night, but my 4 children were here. My older ones were here. They had a couple of friends over, and she came home after being out. She had been drinking, and she came down here.
I have had enough. I have had enough. I mean, when I first turned up, my friend brought me home from the tavern. I come home, Leander and her mother was screaming and yelling at me to get inside. And I couldn't understand what was going on. I saw the glass. Oh, God, here we go. Oh, shit.
Off this property, please, now, Jay. Go.
Excuse me,
No, off this property now,
I'm
Jay.
on government property right now, actually.
I'm sorry, you're
Jay,
off my property. Off this property before I call the police.
Well, why did you come down last night and say that it's all over?
You were drunk as an idiot. You had to be taken away by the police.
You were drunk?
Yeah, I still had control of my senses.
Oh, yeah, right.
I want a swinging match here. This is my property and Landers right now. No fighting on...
And you're nothing but scum.
Oh, God, here we go.
Oh, excuse me, sir.
I think it's become very dangerous now because boys are bent on revenge, and they're going to have it. They're not going to let a few puny women, you know, beat them.
We just stand up against hooligans right here.
Hooligans?
You're not used to being stood up to, Mr. Big Shot.
You've run this neighborhood for too long.
You ain't run this one. Jerk off all you life. We're not frightened of you. Okay? Now you got that straight. Go back in your dive.
Yeah, all right.
Go sleep in your tree house with the other animals.
At first, we were going to stay and fight, and we've had so much support, I think, from everyone in Perth. But finally, we're having to give up.
For some residents, there's only one way out of this mess.
Well, I'm actually going to be speaking to my landlord and seeing, one, if I can break my lease and get another place.
In fact, everyone packed up and left. Leander, Dawn, Wendy, even Margie and the boys. Leaving Babbage Road a party-free zone. But for how long?